Before I start the video, I do just have to give a little introduction. The video literally wouldn't be possible without a sponsor, and the sponsor in question has been massively helpful too. Also, I would encourage you to stick around till the end of the video. I know a lot of YouTubers say that, but this video does have a nice ending for a change, and you'll see why if you stick around. A massive thank you to Wicked Clothes for sponsoring the video. Wicked is an online clothing company and is a long-time sponsor of the channel. I personally do wear Wicked clothes and have done for some time now. They have free shipping on US orders over $50, and right now they're actually running a buy two and get one free sale. My personal favourite bits are these two pieces on screen now, True Crime Club and Serial Killer Documentaries and Chill. But they have so much more. Click the link in the description and check them out, as I'm sure you'll be able to find something you like, as thus far they've had over 750,000 happy customers. And now, onto the video. This case takes place in South Africa in November of 2014.
Hi guys, my name is Ines Antonio. I'm 31 years old. My daughter's name is Ariel. She's 12 years old, and she's not my Arteka's child, my ex-boyfriend. My ex-boyfriend's name is Jan Peterser. Jan and I met in 2007 in an area called Binoni here in Johannesburg. I was new in the area. My friends and I were going to a nearby restaurant, but then I forgot how to go around, and Jan noticed that we were lost. So he came around to assist, asked my friends where we were going, and I did mention the name of where we were going. And then this is when Jan asked later for my friends' phone numbers so he could be calling us and direct us. So he did that. He showed us the way and we were thankful. And then he asked to speak to me, and this is when we got talking. We became friends for like a month or so. When we became friends, 4 weeks. Later on we started going on a date, like going to the park and getting to know each other and stuff like that. And this is when we started dating. When Jan and I started dating, I did not have a child. Jan was into the dating, 3 months into the dating. He was very abusive. He wasn't a very nice person. At first he was like really kind and soft. I think it was just a cover-up. Later on I found out I was pregnant, and the first abuse was that he forced me to have an abortion, saying that me and him cannot have a child. The child we're gonna have, it's gonna be albino because I'm black and he's a white guy. So he took me physically to the clinic to get me abortion. Me and him, I broke up with him because I was very upset. That was my first child. I didn't know any better. I was only about 17 and a half or 18, somewhere there. He was already 37 years old. Yeah, so when we broke up, later on, a year and a half later, I met my daughter's father. So we started dating, and then again I fell pregnant over there. And then my daughter's father did not want anything to do with the pregnancy. He didn't want to have a child, so he abandoned me, and I started looking after my baby by myself. Of course I was working and I had my little life put together, and I had the first abortion and I didn't feel like it was the thing to do. He's a girl who grew up in a Catholic family. And then after that, Jan kept calling me to ask me out, asking me out again to please forgive him for what he has done. He's very sorry. He realized how much he loves me. He wants to be with me. He came over with a ring. We got engaged. I forgave him, of course, and we got engaged, thinking that he's a different person now and he's gonna be looking after my daughter like his own. He's gonna be this loving person. At first, when in those 3 months, it was a verbal abuse. Yeah, and then when we got together again, now I was already almost giving birth to a child, and he was around, and we would talk, we would laugh, but he started abusing now verbally as well, and then that led to physical. I broke up with Jan when my daughter was 2 months old. I told him enough, I'm tired of this, and now I'm a mother. I really don't want somebody like you around us. Later on, Jan started apologizing again, asking me to take him back, or please forgive me, can we just maybe stay together? And maybe my daughter at the time was about 2 years old now, asking me back again, please forgive me, please take me back, please, I'm a changed person, you can get me counseling, I'll be a different man, please just find it in your heart to forgive me, and all of those things, so I being naive, I was only 20 at the time, or 22, and I took him back, but we did not do anything physical. We were just in the same house. We moved into the house that he rented, So he said because he wanted our presence over there and with us around, he's going to be a changed person. You know, I took him for counseling. When we got to the counselor actually, after listening to the whole story of this person, he actually, later on, she actually called me on the side and she says to me, stay away from this guy, he's going to kill you. So stay away from him. And that's exactly what I did. After that, I just told Jan, listen, I'm moving into my own place. I really don't want anything to do with this, and here's an engagement ring, I'm leaving. So I left into my own cottage, and when I got there, Jan would send messages every single day threatening to kill me, to actually get black guys to come and get me and my daughter, that they're gonna kill us after that, and he was gonna take our bodies to the game reserve. The game reserve has a lot of lions in it. It's in game reserve Kruger National Park, where he's gonna be taking our remains so we can get eaten and nobody will actually find out. And he will also threaten to burn me. And one day you will see what's gonna happen to you. If you think you're sexy and beautiful, you will see what is gonna happen to you. If you think anybody else can have you beside me. And then he said, if I can't have you, no man will have you. I will end you. That I went to the police station. I laid charges against him, and the police did not arrest him. You okay? You just have to just be careful when you're walking around. I said, but I'm in my place and I want to walk around freely, and that means I'm not safe. So he's threatening me. Oh, don't worry, it's just maybe talking. Sometimes I would go to the park with my daughter. Jan would come over there and actually physically attack me and attack my daughter. He actually broke a swing at the park. He threw it at my daughter and the kids started crying. Even some people came running, actually telling him, what are you doing? And then this is when he just hopped into his car and he drove off. Well, my daughter and I developed this little tradition where every Sundays we went to KFC for dinner or lunch. You know, we were always there every single Sunday. So he would come over there, threaten our lives, and I opened a protection order against him. He signed, but he broke the protection order. I laid 6 charges against him. He wasn't arrested. He was still walking free. And he would come into my area as he pleased, and he stood around there. He used to spy on me all over, at my workplace, at my house. One time my daughter's babysitter told me she spotted his car and she actually saw him sitting in there. And I said to her, why didn't you tell me? She was like, I couldn't tell you because you were at work and didn't want to worry you. I went back to the police station. They opened a second protection order where he wasn't allowed near me, wasn't allowed in my area. He wasn't living next to me anymore. This person lived about an hour and a half away from me, that he drove around to come into my area just to make my life miserable, living hell. Yeah, the one evening actually we were walking to a nearby KFC with my daughter. We were just around the house from where we lived. I remember it was the 2nd of November 2014, around 6:30 or 7. I was wearing almost the same thing, and my daughter was wearing a jersey that she insisted on wanting to wear that day. And I was like, no, it's not so hot outside. Can we just wear something? She was like, no, mommy, I want this jersey. So I gave her the jersey to wear. She was about three and a half at the time. Jan came out of nowhere. He actually forced me to get into his car. I refused. And then he grabbed my daughter by her hair and threw her in his car. This is when I actually also used my force to push him away, got my daughter out. As we got out, we started walking. He says, are you taking me back into your life, you bitch? I said, no, I'm not taking you back into my life. I don't want you anymore. Get a life and get lost. He was like, I want my family back. I said, we're not your family. This is not your daughter. I'm not your wife. As far as I'm concerned, you're a danger to us and already have a protection. I'm going to call the police or the security right now. He says, I have a present for you and your daughter. I said, we don't need it. As I walk away with my daughter in my hands, we started walking. I just heard, you bitch. So I looked like this. I turned around, pulled my daughter. It was very fast. I just pushed my daughter behind me like this. She fell actually behind me, and this led him to actually throw that chemical on me. I thought it was water. It wasn't water. It was a splash. And instantly I started burning. I started screaming. I saw smoke on me and my skin. This is how my skin burned very much and very badly. On my arms as well. over here, on my breast as well, actually burnt in my whole chest. And I lost the one left nipple. Still have my right nipple though. In those seconds, I started screaming in an excruciating pain. I started crying for help. My neighbors, one neighbor screamed like, "What are you doing?" And this is when he wasn't now hitting the little girl. I was on the floor. There was a stranger walking by. It was a male. He saw him hitting the little girl. He says, leave the girl alone, let the girl alone. And this is when the man came running towards him, actually saw it. Punched the little girl, he pushed her to the ground, and he jumped into his car and ran away. My neighbors came out to rescue me, but then I couldn't see. My one nose was blocked. Couldn't really breathe much. I had and at the same time I swallowed some of the acid. I had no voice. All I said was Jan. And my daughter at 4 years old, she could explain it, thanks God. So she did say who did this to us as well. That's when the police were called and they took statement. The ambulance was called, screaming even though my voice wasn't coming up. My voice was dead completely. I was like, I remember the ambulance guy was like, keep quiet. Why are you forcing yourself to cry? While I'm burning. Like the smoke is coming out of me. Even my back as well. See? My back. Over here. It's my back. Here. See? Over there. It's burnt as well. He started saying, why am I trying to force myself to cry? And I must just be calm. How can I be calm? I'm on fire. I actually felt I was on fire. I was on fire, but you could not see the flame. I was burning. My skin was, I could see my skin being mutilated, like eaten by acid so badly, I don't wish this on anybody. I don't wish them wish to do this harm on any other person. My daughter was burned over here, but she managed to actually get better. She was rushed to the hospital as well. But the jersey, her favorite jersey that she was wearing, it was all burnt. So it was all burnt. What saved her was the jersey. And plus, when I pushed her behind me, because I also burnt a little bit here on my leg. So that acid that burnt my leg, the splash, it went straight to her jersey. So her head was behind my back. That's what saved my daughter. I'm very happy that this didn't touch my daughter. And the police, I opened the case 6 times for this person, for them to arrest him. They didn't. Most of the times I called the police, I was bleeding. My face was swollen from beating, from being threatened. The messages, 50 messages every single day. They didn't do anything about this. The last minute, they want to do something about this, but it was too late. He was on the run. And they were lazy to find him. It took them about 27 days. The police, instead of doing their job, they actually called the hospital to ask if I could go with them. The hospital were like, but this person is breathing through a machine. So why would our patient live here to go and die because of you? Yeah, you would actually send messages to say that it's going to jump the hospital wall, the hospital wall, to come and end me, to come and finish me off. Because I don't deserve to live. And that when my mother found out that she was pregnant with me, she should have ended me in the first place. I didn't deserve to be alive. And Jan still kept threatening me before he was arrested, calling me a black widow spider. I look so ugly now. It's good at what happened to me. I deserve it. If I did feel like I was playing with his heart. So now I got my lesson. They did not even end up finding him. A guy called Sean, he was a private investigator. He called the newspaper, he offered his help. I remember the journalist at the time was Anna Cox. She actually gave him all the details about this person. And on the 27th of November, he managed to find Jan. He got him in 6 hours. All the police were still on to search for him, calling his family. They were calling his sister. Where is your brother? And of course they would say, we don't know where he is. They called his father. The father says he's in Durban, he's not around. But they ended up finding him in his father's old age home bedroom, hiding in there. Oh, You had so much time to arrest this person and yet they didn't do it. The corruption in the police force is real. I felt failed by the police, by the government, the justice system as well, for not standing up for me or any other woman that went through this. But my acid burn case was the first acid burn case in Johannesburg. So I was hospitalized, 3rd-degree burn. I was burnt all over his eye short. First 2 weeks I was in excruciating pain, still burning. They couldn't touch me because my skin was, actually the doctor touched me like this. The glove melted, like the fingers, not the whole thing. The fingers melted. I was in coma for like 2 days. Every time I woke up, it was just me screaming. I had no voice though, but I was screaming, crying. They would just see tears. My eyes were swollen. I couldn't see anything. Sure. You know, when I tell my story, it takes me back to what I lived. I relive everything. I relive all these memories. Yeah, so much anger. I didn't do anything to this person. I tried everything right to try and save him from his anger. I tried everything right trying to change him. I tried everything right to show him my kindness and love and appreciation, even though he was so evil. Sure. Yeah. Anyway, I had about 60 surgeries. They removed all this skin in my eyes. They started putting something called saline, and saline, and they started doing skin grafts on me. I had skin from my legs to put it on my chest. So the whole process of them doing skin graft, taking off this burnt skin to that skin, it disfigured me even more. I was like a zombie. The one time, the hospital in the burns unit, they left the mirror uncovered. I looked, I got so scared. I said to the nurse, who the hell is that? They were like, oh, that's you. I said, no, that's not me. They said, that's you. I just didn't want to live anymore. I just wanted to die. I wanted to commit suicide. I also had memory loss. I did not remember that I had a daughter. I did not remember my name. They would sign everything for me. Yeah. My mental health was completely destroyed. Sorry. I'm trying not to cry. So yeah, I went through from the one hospital to the other, and then I went to a very better hospital where many people donated, including this Game Foundation, and my plastic surgeon, Dr. Gabriel Dukas, and his wife, Kalia Dukas. Many wonderful people came to my aid. They helped me in many ways, and this one woman took my daughter in. She looked after her. Agnes Kamanja she is like a second mother to my daughter. Looked after my daughter so well. So when I was sent for reconstructive surgery, I had to have breast augmentation, nipple done over here to make me feel better. My neck, put skin and stuff. My neck was all like shrinked. I had bandages all over the place. They had to like remove and actually put some fake skin inside my neck, over here on my throat. So living with burns is not easy, and living with knowing how you look now and how you used to look before, it's not a very easy task. Many people actually look at you, some people with a disgusting face like this, they just feel disgusted by you. And some people, you know, give you a hug and encourage you, and they know what you went through. And I have days where I am 100% fine, and I have days where I'm not feeling okay. I have many grateful, happy days as well. But most of the times I try to remain positive, and through my counseling, through the counseling that I've gone through, and all the help I have received to accept me for how I looked and how I am again. So I pray a lot. So every single day I encourage myself. I'm very self-motivated, and I'm proud that I'm this brave woman, and even though I don't have it together, but I still, no matter what, I try to live by day. So yes, this is my situation, this is my story. So now our situation is that it's been 9 years since Jan has been locked away. He was given 10 years after being caught by the private investigator and handed over to the police. He was given 10 years for disfiguring me completely, for ruining my face and destroying our lives. So Jan is coming out, and I know that he will not stop at anything to hurt us further. He wants to see me and I dead and living in a country where there's no justice for women. Even though they keep promising a lot of protection for women, a woman is still being killed every 3 seconds, and the child being raped, and those people are still getting out on bail, and those people are still walking the streets. And one of the days they actually do walk next to the victim's house to show that I'm out and I can do it again, and there's not, threatening a victim, so she knows that that person is free again and can do whatever they want. And so our situation is that we are planning to leave the country for our safety. We're not safe over here, and I know that the justice system and the police, all of them, they're just a waste of time. If I do have to call them, they will not be here. My daughter and I are going to be killed. And at this point, if Jan comes out of jail, he has nothing to lose. He has nothing to lose. We don't have much to take with us. We just have our clothes and our bed. We're just going to give it to somebody and just leave the place. Leave the country for our safety, because we are not safe at all.
Hi.
Hello, how
Much
you doing?
better now. I just ran next door to the house to get my earphones.
Oh, no worries, that's all good.
I'm using a bit of Wi-Fi here, so it helps quite a lot.
That's way better. Yeah, the connection's great. Yeah. How are you?
Yeah.
You good, yeah?
I'm fine, thanks. Thank you.
Good.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good.
I'm all right. Yeah. So I've got some good news.
My God.
So
Thank you. What is it?
So I sent a message to one of my sponsors.
Okay.
Called a company called Wicked Clothes. So yeah, I reached out to them and I told them about your story, and Wicked Clothes got back to me literally right away, and just said, "Do you want the money? Do you want the money sending right now?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So cool. So they sent the money so quickly, which was really cool.
Oh goodness, thank you so much. God bless you.
You're welcome. So I've got
You're amazing.
I have $8,200 for you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Wait a minute, how much was that?
$8,200 American
Oh
dollars.
my gosh.
So yeah.
Oh, no, that'll cover everything.
I'll cover everything.
The plane ticket, the visa, our relocation, and when I get to the place I'm going to pay at least a rent. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. I told you I'd get the money for you.
You said so. You did promise me. I promise you I'll get the money, and you did.
If you can see that there. That's the money
my
there.
gosh. Oh my goodness.
So,
yes, I can see it. I can see
so
it.
it will be coming. I've just got.
Oh
I'll have to log into my PayPal and send you the money, but it's all yours, and it'll be in your
Okay.
PayPal account. So.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Thank you.
No, you're
Thank
welcome.
you. God bless.
So since making the video last year on Ines, me and her have spoken on Instagram a couple of times, and she told me that her attacker is soon to be released. So the idea for this video was to do an interview and then to do some crowdfunding, but then I thought it would be perhaps better just to reach out to a sponsor, a long-time sponsor of the channel, to see if they'd be interested in sponsoring this video and a couple more videos just to cover the whole all the money that Ines would need to get away and set herself up somewhere else. And they replied literally straight away, and they've been incredibly helpful and incredibly good, so without them this wouldn't be possible. So if you're able to, check them out, click the link in the description and just buy a t-shirt or a hoodie or something, because every penny from this sponsorship has gone towards Ines. So thank you very much for watching, and take it easy. Bye bye.